Hello, and welcome to another episode of Through the Monocle. Today we will be discussing and watching the full movie and providing a commentary. We'll be doing The Departed. As always, I'm your host, Grant Ingram, and that might be the worst intro I have ever recorded for maybe anything I've ever done. So here to be better is Grant Skillen. How are you doing, Grant?
I'm doing. Hopefully better than the intro, but we'll find out.
This is bad. I tell you who is doing well. That is you, the viewer, because this month we are doing a giveaway. Now we're also talking about Martin Scorsese movies this month. So we decided to give away a few of them. And so you subscribe to the channel, you like the video, and you comment your answer to this week's question, which is, what is your favorite Martin Scorsese movie? And you get an entry into our giveaway. Giveaway ends 10/31. There will be multiple chances to enter. So keep on a lookout for that as it goes along. We're going to do another one in the review episode for this. So if you're watching, be sure to go over there and answer that question. Again, to enter, subscribe, like the video, and answer the question, what is your favorite Martin Scorsese movie? This collection is on Blu-ray, Goodfellas, The Departed, and The Aviator, my personal 3 favorite Scorseses. All right, without further ado, today we are talking The Departed. Oh, by the way, should mention those movies we're giving away. We're covering all 3 of them this month, and then we're going to do another one. We haven't decided which one yet. But the movie we're covering today is called The Departed. It's a remake of a Hong Kong movie called Internal Affairs from memory. It's doing quite well on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's a far cry from the crap that Grant had me talk about and watch the past 2 weeks. So,
I mean, if you just didn't like Howard the Duck, all you had to do was say so, man. Like, geez.
oh, don't worry, I said so.
Yeah. So this is our first good movie commentary. Hopefully it's good. This movie is hecka long. It's 2 hours and 31 minutes. It's not his longest. His longest is like 4 hours. So Grant, be glad I'm not making you watch The Irishman tonight. Next week, maybe. This movie is very long. It is one of my favorites. It's got one of the greatest endings I think I've ever seen in film. And Grant has never seen it before.
Yeah, I know. To say I know nothing about this movie is almost an understatement, because about 10 minutes ago I went, "Hey, what movie are we watching again?"
I forgot the name.
Well, Grant told me to not look up anything about it. We talked about last week, or it was earlier this week, what we were going to review, and this is what we decided on. And he's like, "Here, I don't want you to know anything about it going into it." So I fully committed to that by
forgot the
forgetting
title.
name.
Yeah, so the reason I told him not to look it up was because it's currently in the news cycle, because Scorsese has another movie coming out called Killers of the Flower Moon, which also stars Leo DiCaprio. And of course it does. So he's been talking about this one and why he left Warner Brothers. And we'll get into that in the review section. I don't want to ruin this movie for Grant because I really want his genuine reaction to it. Hopefully we're still able to make this commentary funny. The problem is it's going to be very tough to make fun of, other than just going, just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. And that kind of like voice mockery, because Mark Wahlberg plays a Bostonian in this movie. You can mock voices, but the movie's actually good. So hopefully it's funny. If not, maybe it'll be a little insightful. Ooh. It should at the very least be entertaining. And if you don't like it, go to the review episode, hear what we think about it at the end. Mm-hmm. All right. Without further ado, I should mention I will be eating on an egg for the next like 10 minutes and drinking water the whole time. So apologies for that. Grant's got his cream soda. We are sponsored today by Dr. Pepper. Thanks, Dr. Pepper, for the bucoodle of money you've given us that allowed us to do nothing. So, yeah.
I paid nothing for this Dr. Pepper. Shout out to my brother.
Yeah. All right, Grant, you have the movie up?
I do.
0000, correct?
Unfortunately.
All right.
Not because I think this movie is going to be bad, but because it's long.
It is very long, but it's one of his shorter ones, so you're welcome. Anyway, without further ado, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
If anyone doesn't
And
remember, we go on Go, not one. We had that discussion the first week because I just wanted to make sure. Also, it teaches you a lot about a person if they'd rather go on one or Go. I don't know what it teaches you, but it teaches you a lot.
it definitely teaches you something, right? Like if you go on
Yeah.
one, you're just a psychopath. Because one can come at any
Of course I
time,
am.
and the word go is it means go.
Media Asia Films. Ooh.
Again, it is a remake of a Hong Kong movie. This is Boston some years ago. That looks like Chicago yesterday.
Is this a Boston Massacre?
You do. I love this movie. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I think JFK. I love Jack Nicholson. We are 2 degrees from Jack Nicholson, by the way. We'll talk about that more in the review, too.
I couldn't hear what you said there.
I just said we were 2 degrees away from Jack Nicholson, but we'll mention that in the review.
What do you mean by that, Jack?
He does a really good job as a creepy dude. Like, I really like him as an actor. Whoa, Jack.
The part of the mic you're talking into is not good.
Is this better when I unmute myself?
Not much.
Okay, that is the microphone, Grant.
Are you sure you're talking into the right side?
Yes. Interesting. Anyway, I love this movie. Who doesn't like comic books? It's like all we do here. Comic books, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. He's a nice mobster. He might be a racist.
Might.
Yeah, because of course this 11-year-old boy knows where Mr. Mobster lives. I don't know if he's talking about Catholics or Baptists there.
I'm wearing a church camp shirt right now.
Whoa. What happened to him, Grant? Well,
Tick boom.
I guess we know now.
I've seen this before. I've seen that one section before.
You really should say.
I want to say that was improvised.
I feel like it was. I guess I can pull up the IMDb while I'm watching this. Ooh.
Is that Matt Damon? Is that Jimmy Kimmel's mortal enemy?
Is that who you said?
Jimmy Kimmel's mortal enemy?
Yes, but it also is Matt Damon. In case you couldn't tell from the image that we used as the title card.
I was joking.
Okay. Whoa! For everybody watching, this was 2007. You could say that then. I think my favorite thing about this movie is it puts us like 2 degrees from, well, 3 degrees from Leo DiCaprio, Matt Damon, and later on Mark Wahlberg.
You're just trying to fit that in anywhere you can.
Oh, I'm going to fit it in again at the end of the review, and I'm going to hold up the selfie can. But yeah. Whoa. It's Anthony Anderson.
That's Anthony Anderson?
That's Anthony Anderson. Just a little casual racism, 2007.
Mm-hmm. With
And
the
if you would buy
bagpipes.
that,
We're in Ireland.
no, we're in Boston some years ago.
Got to bring this. This has got to make an appearance in every one of these. I never use it other than in these just to fidget with.
And fidget you will, because this movie's 2.5 hours long. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Is that Irish? I meant Scotland.
Yeah, but it's Irish, and it's in Boston. Uh-oh. Matt Damon used to be young.
Used to be what?
Young. He's old now.
Is he? This is gonna sound completely random. Is he the guy that only dates like 25-year-old women
That's
and younger?
DiCaprio.
Okay.
Yeah. Originally, Jack Nicholson turned down his role in this film, but after meeting with Scorsese, Monahan, and DiCaprio, he was finally convinced to play the role of Frank Costello because he had recently, or because he had only been doing comedies for a few years, and then wanted to play a villain again, and considered his character to be the incarnation of evil.
Check your mic. Are you sure your mic's not coming through your webcam?
I'm 100% certain, but I'll double check
Okay, yeah, it's not. You just talking to the mic. It sounded weird.
Okay. Yeah, it is 100% not coming through my webcam.
Yeah, you're good. I can tell for sure now.
Okay.
Marky Wahlberg.
The man, the myth, the legend. I love him in this movie. That's also, I believe, Martin Sheen from memory.
Is it?
From memory. That is indeed Martin Sheen.
He needs some sensitivity training.
This is his native accent.
My boy Reynolds is some friends with some of the Australian Rocket League players. Reynolds is a professional Rocket League player for nobody who cares. Um, and he says that once or twice on stream and then goes, "Oh, sorry, my bad."
Uh-oh. See, this is his native accent, and Scorsese joked while filming that they had to use subtitles to understand it because it was so heavy. Oof. I just love Mark Wahlberg in this movie. He's just a dipstick the entire movie. It's got some good jokes. Uh-oh. The boss baby himself, Alec Baldwin. You gotta watch out though. You might shoot somebody on set.
Somebody might catch a stray.
Ooh.
It'll be me after saying that.
Jack Nicholson. Sounds like the Catholics. I'll never get a job working for somebody who's a Catholic. I don't know why this always makes me laugh so much. Hawthorne. Mark Wahlberg is just the best character I can compare him to is Marjorie from Bernie. And there's people in this town that have shot her for $5. You couldn't say that in 2007.
Oh.
Holy crud. His character was smart. Heck, my family doesn't have family. All of the insults sound better coming out of a Boston accent. Wow. Tuesday.
It's Tuesday, isn't it? Cosign.
The Faithful Departed. Ooh. The Departed. Uh-oh. Now comes the best soundtrack in the history of movies. And a title card. Like this one.
20 minutes into the movie.
Yep. Could be better. This was or it could be worse. This was
Is this the
before
Modelo Irish whiskey song?
no, this is shipping off to Boston by the Dropkick Murphys.
But is it used in that commercial?
Maybe. He's like, I don't care. That dude's just blood. I hate him. Do, 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 do. It probably came in way off beat, but I love the soundtrack. Ooh, that guy. Checks out. Mm. Oof. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This movie is just racist, man. That's how you pronounce it. It's Worcester. In case you were trying to figure
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire. Worcestershire. These good people. I knew this next line. What is it, your period? Gosh. Then you'll be Leonardo's DiCaprio.
Sometimes the elements get the best of them. The older penguins know that it's just a matter of time before they call out,
I'm freezing my nuts off!
As a matter of fact, it is. So, what do you think?
It's a movie.
Why this? Like, I'm pretty sure every race at this point has caught a stray. There's another
Except
one.
Alec Baldwin. Never mind.
It's hilarious. Oof.
To the pad.
Now, if you're paying attention, Miles Kennefic is whose funeral cousin Sean was at. He's charismatic as all get out in this movie. Like, again, major
Don't judge for
dipwad.
this meeting alone. Every interaction we've seen of him is him being that same guy.
No. Gosh. Freaking Boston, man. You can't even get no
Boston.
beans for the rudeness.
It's Boston.
Boston. Hey, I got Smart Parker in my car over here. Yep. He flirts like I do, which is not well. Well,
Bro's direct.
She wasn't friendly. She really wasn't. And she probably, there are people in town, honey, that would have shot her for $5.
it was Matt Damon to get a date with that woman. Mm. I was. No, I'm saying.
Oh no, the fake punching hurt his hand.
What's wrong with this freaking country? Findus. I could definitely go for some of that right now. My 1 egg a day diet ain't doing it. Yo, I love the accent. He would shoot it to get a date with her. Dang. Better.
Better.
Ah. Whoa.
Okay, Grant, you don't have anything to worry about.
Yeah. This is cranberry juice. Again, I'd like to remind you we're 3 degrees from Leo DiCaprio. And Grant, you still got 5 years.
What?
He doesn't date people once they turn 25. No, it's Mr. German. He was a real killer during World War II. If you could throw that at me, you would.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
I would take this and swing it at you.
Your steak prize.
Yeah.
These guys are statey, so you're the steaky. Let Grant cater your wedding. He's a good steak cooker. I love the F bomb in the middle of words. Like, it doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
I am your father.
No, I am your father.
I love Jack Nicholson as a Joker.
That arm ain't clean though.
No. Martin Sheen. Nah, bruh. Flips off the money and then just throws it all in. I love that line. Always. Wow. Like an old married couple. Jeez. He dead. He gone.
Just staring at him.
Always. So to be clear, the mob just totally set up the guineas, which is a slur for Italians. So sorry, Italians. I like you guys, but sometimes they just dang it. The Italians. John Lennon.
Vlad? Vladimir Lenin?
No. John Lennon. He was worse.
Obviously.
I love how he's just holding the hand. Fa. What can I use, Jeffa? Which is different, by the way, than the way they say it down in the South, which is Fawa. Jack Nicholson is just a jerk. Microprocesses. Well, we got 4 years to see if that happens. Hey, they're dead still.
No way. It's crazy. I thought they
Alec
were back.
Baldwin shot. Oof. It's Jimmy Banks. I just love how corrupt everything is. Like, nobody's a good dude. Nobody. And this is where he becomes the Joker.
Falls into a poison vat.
Hmm. School. I love that they just know him. Hmm. Daggone. Daggone. Ooh. Hmm. They're not even trying to hide that he's in the mob. He just, yeah. Mm. Neither of those are words.
This girl is on fire.
This curtain's on fire.
I don't know why that's what popped in my mind, but
I don't know either, but it could be worse. It could have been do. Oh, never mind. I can't go. I can't keep going with that. Wrong song. The one that can't get his copy, or the one that keeps getting his copyrighted. Wow. Mm. That's what she said. Boom. God bombing. Just like that. Bing, bang, boom, you out of Boston. Well, obviously, that last one. No. Well, allow me to tell you how DiCaprio's character feels. He said, and I quote, being in a constant 24-hour panic attack. Half the budget went to the actors' salaries in this movie, by the way.
They've got a lot of big name actors.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Martin Scorsese didn't realize this was a remake until after he had agreed to direct it. Jeez.
I ain't gonna hurt you.
Bang. He deader than the eyes in this picture.
Better than me watching the last two movies.
Yeah, this was better, isn't it?
It is.
I can tell it's your favorite.
It is. It is definitely a better movie. I'm not sure it's my type of movie.
It picks up, I promise. But I suppose that's why we do this, right? And that's also why there are menus at restaurants.
Like, I absolutely see the appeal, but thus far, I'm not sure it's like my type of movie. If that makes sense.
We'll get there. And not all of Scorsese's are like this. This is like his most thriller movie. It's true. I don't know if it's true or not, but it might be true. Man's on oxys. Watch Dope Sick. You'll never do oxys. That's twice he's mentioned he's a lace curtain Irish guy. Fair enough point.
Get in the car. Yeah.
You know what will definitely stick?
Hmm?
I'm not making that. I was gonna make a cannibalism joke, but I'm not making that cannibalism joke. The SIU, for those of you watching. I mean, can you imagine being undercover and finding out that there's like potentially somebody who can make you and just end you? Like that would suck. I think my anxiety's bad. I cannot imagine. You would throw that at me. You are. Imagine pronouncing the word R without an R. You are.
Ah.
Wow. Hottest. That's pretty much what she is. I'm not just somebody who you have to see and they put you in jail. I'm also Matt Damon's girlfriend. No, you're not. Martin Scorsese said this was the first movie he'd ever done with a plot. I suppose we'll see why later on. Brad Pitt was originally supposed to be Matt Damon. But you know what I mean. He dropped out to be in another movie, which is stupid. You don't do that. I wonder what this last minute phone call could possibly be about. Grant, I know you're not a religion expert, so the Catholics do a thing they call confession, which they believe resolves them of the guilt of their sin.
Thanks.
You're welcome. You needed that.
Yeah.
I could just look at you and tell you needed it. That and a haircut.
My hair looks good. What are you talking about?
I'm sorry, Alec Baldwin's in this movie. Somebody has to catch strays.
And hopefully it's not a person.
Gosh. I'm just kidding about the hair. Oh. This is one of my favorite scenes in movies. I reference this movie all the time. This scene specifically.
I got 2 guns on me.
I love how angry this guy is. I always do that in this country. I'm sure you've heard me do that before.
I don't know. If I have, I just never picked up on it.
Whose could that be? No dip. Fair enough. Mark Wahlberg is the best. It's a lot of money for some Arduinos. It's just a Raspberry Pi.
You're bad.
Somebody out here catching strays. Mm. Again, I cannot imagine the stress. $3 days.
No.
Notice she didn't say yes. For an overthinker like me. Mm. Imagine drinking water out of a chocolate milk jug. Cheers.
I have water in a Powerade bottle.
Well, that's better. Yeah, why not? I thought that I will say that's not a donut. To be
A
clear,
French donut, otherwise known as a croissant.
a croissant.
Or my croissant.
Croissant. Can I get a croissant? What a dipstick. Wow. He's the best villain I've ever seen in any movie, ever. Yeah, it takes a second. Wow. Wow. Mark Wahlberg got nominated for an Oscar for this movie. Doing investigate. Matt Damon's got some rage issues in this movie. The man's just a scumbag. But like he's a charismatic scumbag. I'm not gonna hurt you. Gun to the face.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna hurt you. Shoots him in the knee. Ooh. Makes him an informant. At least it's not Batman and Robin, Grant. At least it's not Batman and Robin. It's getting there, isn't it, though? I can tell you're enjoying it a little more.
I mean, what I said earlier still applies. It's a good movie. I just don't know if it's my type of movie.
Fair enough. We'll talk about its awards and the review. If you're still here, by the way, you're a real one. Comment, I made it to 122.21 in the comments. We'll throw you in an extra entry into our giveaway for these movies. He looks like the devil right there. That's what's gonna happen. We're gonna die. We're gonna get to hell, and it's just gonna be
Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson. That, Grant, is cocaine.
Okay.
Just so we're clear as to what that is. It's not flour. It's not baking soda. It is a kind of soda. It's Coke. That's like that's jacked up. Imagine being in the mob and your boss is like, look, man, I got to pay taxes, right? Like, you got to understand the business taxes are just killing me right here.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine being that dumb. Imagine spelling citizens with an I. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The thick plottings. No dip, detective. It either progresses or it stagnates, is what she's saying. And nobody wants stagnation. To be clear. We have a 1-star review on our other show that talks about how terrible my British accent is.
Not wrong.
It's Tuesday, innit? You hear that, Grant? You just lost your chance with Leo. You've got cats.
Okay.
Dude, I'm trying to make this entertaining. Uh-oh. The thick plottings. I warned you, Grant. There was one scene.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look, Ethel! It's too late. She done been mooned. Right. They chose freaking him.
Not the only one, apparently.
That, by the way, I will throw out is the most weird side plot to this movie, because we had like a whole conversation about that earlier between him and his girlfriend, right? About last night. Some guys made too big of a deal out of it. So to be clear, the side plot in The Departed is that Matt Damon has ED. I don't know why. I don't know why they wasted time on that, but sure. Maybe it was just to give the rest of us dudes a chance. Because, well, yeah, watch out, Grant. It doesn't get better. These were real things, by the way.
His face. What's
They had to remove that scene in India to get this movie rated for release there. Just like that 1 second. He's so charismatic as the villain. Yeah, come on, Frank. Don't look, Ethel. But it's too late. He done been moon. Uh-oh.
That's
Yeah.
not suspicious at all.
We got a chase. Hey, I'm walking here.
I was thinking that.
Most of this movie was shot in New York, by the way, because they had like film tax credits. This movie got Massachusetts to institute a film tax credit after the fact.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Fun facts. Facts of funsies. Imagine being that terrified of your own shadow. And here we are, the most tense scene of this scene.
Take a wild guess and say it's not going to be him. Yep.
Why, you don't think they're going to kill off Leo DiCaprio in this movie?
Not right now, at least. It's not suspicious. The guy on the ground stabbed and someone walking away suspicious in a dark hoodie with his hat down and hands in his pocket.
His knee was weak. His arms heavy. Arms.
The heavy.
His
There's
vomit.
vomit on his sweater already. Ma spaghetti.
He's novice.
On the surface.
Darlene. Darlene. Come on, Darlene. Oh. I'll go one. I'll go one.
Wee. Got someone else's.
Oh. He's so freaking creepy here in this scene.
That's so crazy.
And a few that don't. Now this is improvised, and that is loaded.
Actually loaded?
Yeah. From memory. Like that was not. He was not supposed to have a gun.
There's no way it's actually loaded, though.
He wasn't supposed to have it.
I know, but still.
I mean, maybe.
This isn't Alec Baldwin.
Mm. Yeah, it was. He was unpredictable. I don't know if the gun was loaded or not.
You're not very convincing, Leo.
So this guy's Nicholson's character is based on a real mobster.
Hmm.
Yeah. Ugh. I forgot he ate the fly. Mm. So this scene was barely scripted, and
Hmm.
it was all improvised. And Jack Nicholson is just a monster.
Yeah.
He also suggested the throwing the cocaine on the hookers and the thing he pulled out in the theater. Those were both his ideas.
Hmm.
You can see why Mark Wahlberg got a Best Supporting nod. Hmm. Lost him in the streets. Like zip. My people. Oh, he's good at law school. Tell you what he's bad at, though. Being a rat for Costello. She's like, but what about Billy? Irish out here catching strays. Grant, how do you feel about that? Grant has no feelings. Grant is a
Just
psychopath.
ever.
That checks out.
Cop.
Bring him up. Mark
Did you flip
Wahlberg
him
just
off?
he did flip him off. Ooh. Ooh. And the plot thickens. Like my accent. This is gonna be a 3-hour and change long episode. It's gonna be a 3-hour and change long episode.
I know. That's what I was trying to tell you. We're not going to be out of here till 11 my time.
It's gonna be fun. Whoa. That's about as inconspicuous as it gets right there. Mm. Where are you? Hmm. What is that?
It's a cap
Why are you pulling out a cap?
because he said he doesn't have a tail.
Mhm.
Cap.
I was so confused. I looked back over. And it was like,
You just see a hat.
yeah. I thought it said BRB, and I thought you were like disappearing for a second.
That's branded charcoal.
Mm. On the waterfront.
Wide. Waddle waddle.
Wow. Hmm. Hmm. Uh-oh. Yep. Checks. Impossible. Mm.
But it's not.
Mm. It's too late. Ooh. Did you see that? He fell in slow motion, guys.
That's crazy.
Check for the pulse just in case. In the car. Stay in the car. Well, we got our shootout. And this is what happens when you play games with people's lives. Whoa. No. Mark Wahlberg. The man, the myth, the legend.
Give you these hands in the garage.
Gosh.
How about everybody's screwed if he's the boss?
Bye, Tindus. No. Tell me why.
So that guy knew he was a rat and is now dead.
Mm-hmm. That's got to be a new one. Don't get your balls in an uproar.
Bowels.
Balls.
I heard bowels.
I heard balls. Subtitle said balls.
You would hear balls.
You're the one trying to date Leo.
You're younger than me. You've got more time with him.
Took you half the movie to come up with that one, didn't it?
No, I just haven't thought of it because
Nah, that's good. I'm well aware, she says. Just like that. I'm well aware. I do think it's funny that the streaming service I'm watching this on has it as an 8.6 out of 10 and gives you the opportunity to rate it out of 5 stars. Not, I don't think anybody was asking for you to be his friend. We got a phone number. I mean, a phone, not a number. What am I? We got a bloody phone, literally. And that's backwards because I'm a loser. Just look at him all worried and stuff.
George Lucas dialogue right here.
I don't like sand. I love how neither of them knows who the other one is.
Mm-hmm. Like at all, I think.
He looks like he got in a domestic disturbance or something. Oh, wait. Mark Wahlberg beat his face in.
He did. Was it that cat?
No, it said he's an FBI informant. Which would be why he didn't mention. Can you believe it? It's a movie. Oh,
It's the worst.
Don't expect.
Irish whiskey. Conor McGregor.
I love this song. I used to warm up to it. This might be my walk-up song this year. I mean, if only it was that easy. That's like a whole surgery and everything.
I can't say what I was thinking. Never mind.
I love that Anthony Anderson is in this movie. It's just so random.
Mm-hmm.
By all accounts, the Hong Kong version of this movie is better. But I don't know how it could be because you don't have Jack Nicholson being Jack Nicholson. He also looks weird in a cap.
Given that we've still got about 24 minutes left in this movie, I'm guessing it's not about the end.
What if? What are you waiting for? Well, no dip. It's a gunfight. Shoot back.
Light him up.
You're the worst. Oh, yeah, I was just in a Notre Dame shirt. I mean, not really, but kind of. He's the real Fighting Irish.
They know. I'm guessing. How is that funny to me?
I don't know. Hey, gal. I will say this is a movie that gets better the more you see it. It's like the 5th time I've seen it. No dip, Frank got shot.
You just shot him like 15 times.
But he only shot him 4 times, not 5. Anthony Anderson is the most random person to be in this movie. Ever.
And sleep with your girl again.
Mm-hmm. Mike. Also, Mike.
Put yourself in handcuffs.
Bluey, which is an Australian show about a dog. Or as I say over there, a dingo. Crikey. I don't know why anybody's still watching this at this point, but I feel like somebody is. And if
There's
you
no
are,
way.
hey, we'll toss out a second free entry. Just go ahead and comment the timestamp 2:14:17. Okay. If you comment that, we'll throw in another entry. You could win this movie on Blu-ray.
Citizens.
There's so much content of us on the internet now, Grant. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, we could be dead and you'd have like a full 2 weeks. That's something.
There's got to be more than that.
More than 2 weeks worth of like hours? No. It's a lot of hours. Yeah, maybe. Jeez.
There's
Getting
got to
old.
be.
Means we've spent.
Okay.
Okay, think about this. It means we've spent at least however long it is recording, and more than that. We both know it's more than that. So we've spent at least like 2 weeks of our lives recording. I hated every minute of it. Screw you.
I'm done with this kid.
You got to get the game out, by the way. We got to.
Now I'm just getting roasted live. Not live, but at a point of the recording that nobody's at, so it doesn't matter. Nobody's here.
Nobody's going to be at it until we get famous and die. You'd be like, I wonder what this guy looked like as a kid. Then, ooh. You just deleted his file. I got distracted. Please, man, please. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. I'm currently so sore I can neither straighten nor bend my leg.
So whatever it's at, it's stuck at.
I can't get past like 95. You tell me in 2 weeks, okay? Hey, take 2 of these and call me in the morning. Of course, she opens it.
Mm-hmm.
No. Disagree. Having been both, disagree. I've never died, but that one time.
I guess it's not going to be his, is it?
This is a Hallmark movie, Grant. Man out here watching Lifetime. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He kept the receipts. His way. He's pretty good at that.
He got that look. Oh.
The side eye. It could be anybody that.
No, you can't.
No way. Whoa! F-bomb.
And not the normal one.
No. There have been a couple of those in this movie. Maybe one or two.
Open the door.
Open the door. She said
She's
she
not
was
in there anymore.
Again, deep-seated rage issues for Matt Damon.
Mm-hmm. That's why he and Jimmy Kimmel had to go to therapy.
Gosh.
Shots.
Mm. Ooh. How does nobody remember this guy? Is what I want to know. Again, Anthony Anderson is the most random person to be in this movie.
And like chubby Anthony Anderson.
I didn't realize Anthony Anderson wasn't chubby anymore.
Well, you know what I mean.
I don't actually, Grant. Unrecognizable.
Doesn't look like Anthony Anderson.
Yeah, he's young. The elevator. Better than a box of doornails. Now tell me you saw that coming. Not Anthony Anderson. The most random person in the movie.
So just some random background character.
Yeah, exactly.
Better just would have been if the girlfriend was the other like person working for Costello.
It would have been hilarious. You see why I told you not to look anything up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who were also shot in the head.
Inspired like that chocolate milk.
Sorry, it took me a second to stop laughing so I could swallow that water. So now there's just about 30 seconds of me going. I've had it.
How to Get Away with Murder.
How to Get Away with Murder. Oh, somebody killed Leo DiCaprio.
It was Matt Damon. No, it wasn't technically Matt Damon. It was whoever that other guy is, but close enough.
Yeah, the other guy. The guy who doesn't do his job.
She already knows what happened, I bet.
I don't know.
And it wasn't Alec Baldwin.
It was not Alec Baldwin. That was Berrigan. James Badge Dale was the guy that played him.
Mm.
He was also in Iron Man 3.
Oh.
She's like, delete us.
7-Eleven.
Oop. Mark Truckin' Wahlberg. Hey, look, it's a bunch of French donuts. Now they're French
Shot
jelly
through the
donuts.
head.
Now they're French jelly donuts.
Mm-hmm.
There goes the rat. They were looking for that guy the whole time. The Departed. And there's your movie. Directed by Martin Scorsese. All right. So, Grant, did you enjoy sitting through The Departed?
It's a fine movie.
I guess we'll have to talk about it more in our review. I'm going to remove you again. See, I removed him because he has the wrong opinion of the movie. Hi, and welcome back to Through the Monocle. We are currently 2.5 hours into recording our episode on The Departed. As always, I'm your host, and if you want to see the other 2.5 hours, you can do that by watching our commentary track, available now, should be now, on the same channel. And if you do that, there might be a reward. We'll talk about that in a second. But joining me today, it is unfortunately Grant Skillen. How are you doing, Grant?
I am doing better than I have the past 2 weeks. That is a long movie, though. Grant's not lying. We're in the recording time. We're currently at 2 hours, 31 minutes, and now 20 seconds. It is 10:16 for me. So if you want to do that math, we started at 7:45.
Yeah, it is. It's been a long. No. We started. Yeah, I guess 7:45. Dang. Yeah, it's been a long one. But that is a much better movie. Now, about the reward, we are doing a giveaway. And for those of you who are watching directly from the commentary track, here you go. So the question this week to enter our giveaway: what is your favorite Leonardo DiCaprio movie and why? All you have to do is subscribe to the channel, like the video, and then comment your answer to what is your favorite Leonardo DiCaprio movie and why. And if you watch the commentary track, there's another question you can answer and a few bonuses if you stay the whole time like a psychopath.
Yeah. I can tell you there's one somewhere after the 2 hour mark.
And there's one like somewhere after the 1 hour mark. If you do it all, you'll have 4 entries this week. We're giving away, I guess I should have mentioned that. We're giving away a Blu-ray collection of The Departed, Goodfellas, and The Aviator, which are 3 of the 4 movies we will be discussing this month. I believe the 4th one will be Hugo, but we haven't decided that one officially. This is Marty month after all. We call it Marty Madness where I'm from. Which is also where he's from.
No, we don't. I can confirm that we don't call it that. Because I am from where he is from, and we don't call it that.
All right. So, Grant, now that we're through the formalities, everybody entered the giveaway. It really is a big deal to us. Now that we're through the formalities, what did you think of The Departed?
It's a good movie. It's not my type of movie, though. It's a very good movie. I mean, you can look at the audience score and the critic score. It's a great movie. Everyone loves it,
except for you.
It's just I appreciate what it is. It's just not for me.
Okay. Hey, I can respect that. I really can. I will say
the one thing that's a spoiler what I was about to say, but
we'll get to spoilers. Actually, you know what? Spoiler warning for The Departed. It's 15 years old. If you haven't seen it, what are you doing? Also, like, watch the commentary track. Anyway, Grant, go.
I like the idea of the twist of the different people being involved. I think it was a bit overplayed though, because at the end you just have like everyone is like some type of agent in some type of way. It just keeps killing everyone, and I think it's done well for the most part, and then it just gets overdone at the end.
I don't think that we had too many agents at the end because it was still the same 2, right? It was still Leonardo DiCaprio and Matt Damon. They added in Berrigan.
Yes, they added in Berrigan. Berrigan kills DiCaprio, and then kills Anthony Anderson,
who is the most random person in this movie.
Yeah, who's just there. But then Damon kills him.
Right.
And then Damon's at the funeral, goes back to his apartment, gets killed by Wahlberg.
Right. I don't understand why that added to your confusion.
It's just that everyone dies. Like, I don't think everyone needed to die.
I don't know that everyone needed to die, but I think it proves a point, right? Like, no good deed goes unpunished and no sin either, right? Like, send him up to the Almighty. I will say, though, so the reason I told you not to look this up is this has been in the news lately. Martin Scorsese says the reason he doesn't work with Warner Brothers anymore is they wanted to turn this movie into a franchise. They wanted either Matt Damon or DiCaprio to live. And even once he killed them all off, they had a sequel written. So to be clear, the only person in this movie that survives other than Alec Baldwin somehow is Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, and the girlfriend.
Oh, but who cares about the girlfriend? She's just there. Screw her. Heck, everyone else. Yeah, but like everyone died. Everyone. And then they make it a franchise. I don't know how you even make this movie a franchise. I don't know who would watch a sequel to this movie. It's wrapped in a. It's perfect. Jack Nicholson is dead.
Everyone's dead. Like, yeah, he's dead. That whole crew is dead, and then basically the entire police force is dead because Keenan dies. Basically, Wahlberg's the only one alive. Basically, at the end, like, it's it was just like I said. It almost just felt like they're like, let's have this twist and let's just kill off everyone.
See, that to me was my favorite part of the movie. That's why I like this movie so much. I love that everyone dies. I love that at the end of it, nothing matters. Everything returns to the way it was. I love that.
Yeah. It's fine. It's just not for me, ultimately. That's my ultimate conclusion.
Fair enough. And I mean, I respect that you enjoyed it for that. I will say, however,
there were definitely enjoyable parts of the movie.
There are definitely enjoyable parts of the movie. I want to get this out because I promised myself I'd get this out. All right. So he
said it like 2 or 3 times in the track. He just wants to say it. I don't know why. He has to say it.
Okay, we know Carl Newman, who played.
No, as in we've interviewed him.
Yeah, and I've talked to him a little bit outside of that. He's a cool dude. His nickname was given to him by Jack Nicholson when he was on Batman '89. Speaking of Batman '89, check out the Culture Nerd for a Batman '89 themed giveaway. So Carl Newman knows Jack Nicholson. We know Carl Newman. That puts us 2 degrees of separation, if you're keeping track at home, from Jack Nicholson. That puts us 3 degrees of separation. Not the word I almost used. Away from Leonardo DiCaprio, Mark Wahlberg,
everyone involved in this movie.
Yeah, everyone involved in this movie. Oh, and Matt Damon. That's one of my favorite things about being a podcaster, so I had to mention it. Anyway, unless you're watching this on Instagram as part of our promo, keep watching. Anyway, my thoughts on this movie. I love this movie tremendously.
And most importantly, you forgot Anthony Anderson.
For some reason, Anthony Anderson's in this movie. But I love this movie tremendously. It definitely, in my mind, deserved the best picture that it won, and the best director that it won, and the best adapted screenplay that it won, and the best film editing that it won. I think Mark Wahlberg should have won an Oscar just for the whole. When Alec Baldwin asked him how he was doing, he's like, "Good. I'm tired from screwing your wife." And Baldwin's like, "How's your mother?" "Good. She's tired from screwing my father." I think he should have won the Oscar just for that line delivery. It was fantastic. It gets me every time. I've seen this movie 4 times now. Gets me every single time. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jack Nicholson is great. It's got a lot of Joker characteristics to his character.
Oh yeah, I mean, we made the joke midway through, right? That he was gonna don the green makeup or the green hair rather. Mm-hmm. I will say something I noticed watching through this time. Every character that dies gets marked with an X during, right before they die, except for Berrigan and Anthony Anderson. But who really cared about them? So, for example, when Queenan died, you noticed how he was falling past the windows. Mm-hmm. All of those windows had X bars on them.
Interesting.
When DiCaprio died, he had already walked through the airport, right? All those airports had X bars on them. Or all those windows had X bars on them. When Matt Damon died, he was in the elevator. The tape on the elevator was marked with an X. That is a reference to Scarface from, I want to say, 87, but that seems early and also late. I don't know. It was a reference to Scarface, though, and I just thought that was fascinating. It was something I hadn't caught the first 4 times I watched it, or the first 3 times I watched it. I like this is just one that as you watch it more and more, it gets better and better because all of those things you're saying seemed random at the end were definitely foreshadowed. Like you could definitely see it coming if you knew how to look.
Yeah, I'm more just saying I don't know that it was necessary to kill off everyone, but that's just my opinion.
It is if the studio asks you to make a franchise and you want to make a point. If you want to make
some of the,
I'm sorry, I'm going to let you speak in just a minute. I'm going to Kanye West you here, though. If the studio asks you to make a franchise and you want to make a point, you kill off everyone and go, see, I can do what I want. And then you go win Best Picture. That's what you do. Yeah.
Some of the trivia facts on IMDb, Grant mentioned this at one point, but roughly half of the budget went to the actor salaries.
Which you
and
can
it makes
believe
sense when you
they had
look
to
at the
pay
cast.
Anthony Anderson.
Yeah. Scorsese wanted Al Pacino to be Costello because he had never worked with Pacino before, but Pacino turned him down. I was having a stroke there for a second. And Jack Nicholson was his second choice.
I think Nicholson did it as well as one could do it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Vera Farmiga, that's how I'm going to say her name, met with an actual LAPD psychiatrist to prepare for her role. The psychiatrist read the script and told her that everything that the character did was wrong.
That is amazing. I believe that, though, because like somewhere around the whole, what, I have to kill myself to get these pills? I'm like, okay. Somebody's got to do something here. And she did. She screwed him.
This was the first remake of a foreign film to win an Academy Award for Best Picture.
The second one was Coda, right?
Yeah. Are you also looking at the IMDb page?
I'm not. I'm just know that from memory.
Okay.
I promise.
Grant mentioned during the 2.5 hour long hell that he put me through. It wasn't that bad. It was just
it's
long.
A good movie. It's just
it is.
Long.
It was just long. Scorsese didn't realize it was a remake of a Hong Kong movie until after he agreed to direct it. I don't know how that happens.
Because I didn't realize it was a remake until after I'd watched it. Like, how are you supposed to know? Exactly. Especially in 2007, they were using flip phones in this movie, Grant. You think he can just Google, all right, what's this movie I'm working on made from? Oh, Hong Kong. I think it's a little different. I don't know. I've never seen the original. Maybe that's something we should do. I don't know. Anyway, now that I've had my little spasm, whatever.
Leonardo DiCaprio visited Boston and met with people tied to the Irish mob.
I believe that. He's like, look, I'm not a cop, all right?
Not a cop.
Not a cop. Which they thought he was saying carp because they don't pronounce R's. Except apparently in the N-word because Jack Nicholson did that twice.
So in the scene in the airport where he's on the phone with Frank, I'm just
that joke did not get enough reaction, Grant.
I'll be honest, I didn't hear it.
I'm not repeating it. I'm already never gonna get a job.
Okay.
Never gonna get
when he's in the airport on the phone, the little girl with the backpack was Martin Scorsese's daughter.
Oh, that's sweet. Scorsese's the best. Like all of his movies, I can't think of one I've seen I didn't like. He was my favorite director for a while. Might still be. I'll have to think on that. I will say though, however, I did the never gonna give you up, and now I gotta let you down and desert you.
Yeah,
it's a good movie. It like just legitimately start to finish is if you like thrillers, this is the best one I've ever seen anyway. If you like actors, heck, they spent a lot on these people. Anthony Anderson's in this movie.
Yeah, he's the just the guy.
He's where most of the budget went, right? Like there's this DiCaprio guy. He made nothing. This really put him on the map.
Mhm.
Then there's like Matt Damon. He's known for like Jay and Silent Bob. Let's see. You had Alec Baldwin. He's known for like this shooting he pulled off on a set one time. It was really Anthony Anderson who was like the man here.
But it wasn't Alec.
It was not Alec.
There's a fact I remember seeing, and I looked it up during the watch along, and it's true. The scene at the beginning where he executes the lady and she falls, and it stays there. I think it was supposed to just cut, but he's like, just keep it there, and I'm going to say something. He just goes, "She fell weird." That was improvised.
And she goes, huh. Or he goes, huh, she fell funny. And it just starts to laugh. And the guy that plays French goes, you really should see somebody. And it was kind of hilarious. But also,
you
like,
were telling
that dude
me
was jacked up.
you were telling me one of the other scenes was improvised. Mostly?
Yeah, the one where he pulls out the gun talking to Billy and eats the fly. That was like loosely scripted, and the gun was improvised. I think I said during the watch along it was loaded. I can't back that up anymore, but I'd be
very surprised if it's loaded, because even though he was kind of crazy and sporadic, that would be a step too far to actually be pointing a loaded gun, knowing it was loaded.
Alec Baldwin's in this movie. That's all I'm gonna say.
I said knowing it was loaded. Okay,
Alec Baldwin's in this movie. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
It's a good movie though. Like the villain, Frank is the best. I do think that like he should have been one of the ones to die at the last minute, but like that's not how the movie was written. I'm not gonna rewrite it to make him one of the ones to die. I thought it was nice though that they wrapped it up after like they killed him. That's the end of the movie. Oh wait, never mind. Everybody gets their head blown off.
It's nice, apparently. I think him dying where he did makes sense. Like
in a trash.
Like I don't have like I was saying, I don't have a problem with the movie. It's just it's not for me. And at the end, I may have changed that, but I mean, overall, it's a good movie.
When you say at the end, you may have changed. Oh yeah. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get it not being for you. I like it. Again, I like Scorsese's stuff, like all of it. I got into it after seeing Joker, which is not a Scorsese movie, but could have been a Scorsese movie. He didn't want to direct that one, but it is an homage to a lot of Scorsese movies, Taxi Driver, King of Comedy, and a few others. And so I really got into watching Scorsese. So I watched The Aviator, and I watched Goodfellas. I watched this, and I just love his movies. I've seen Casino. I've seen Hugo. Hugo was the first one I ever saw. I was a kid. It was a kid's movie. This dude made kids movies. Think about that.
Yeah, and I will say, I didn't mention it earlier in the review, but we did say in the watch party, I knew nothing. Heck, we were joking. It's not even a joke. I forgot the name of the movie because Grant was like, I want you to go into this not knowing anything. So like, I didn't look anything up going into it. I forgot the name even. He sent me the link to it like 5 minutes before
the HBO
started.
Max official link for the record.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, I went into it with knowing it was sort of a thriller and like there's gonna be some twists in it and try to figure it out. But
you had no idea it was coming.
Yeah, I had no idea everybody was getting their head shot off.
Fair enough. Yeah, the reason I did that was because it's been in the news lately. And also you've never seen it before. And I'm like, I want to see what Grant's reaction is to this. Because after at least 3 weeks of recording time together, that's what we do at this point. It's just, what did he think about it?
Yeah. Grant's now decided that the best way to do these is to torture me for hours on end.
Well, so, okay, for the record, most of the time when I would watch movies and suggest movies, I'd pick ones I'd already seen because I can't convince myself to sit down and watch a movie for the podcast. So instead, we're doing it on the podcast and it works. I've seen every movie we've reviewed in the last 3 weeks. I've seen it all the way through.
I have seen every movie we have ever reviewed.
Okay, I have seen every movie we have ever reviewed at some point, but I like to watch them beforehand. I just can't talk myself into that currently. So now I have to, and you have to. It's the best. And if you're still here, comment still
I'm
here
sorry.
for another entry into the giveaway. The more entries, the better. Come on, people. We want to prove you're through the Monocle fans. Because if you're through the Monocle fans, we'll buy you a little monocle. I'm kidding. We won't do that. Taylor, I'm not signing us up to do that. Yeah. But I did want to say we are officially 3 degrees of separation from Leo DiCaprio, which is a big deal to Grant because Grant still got 5 years to try.
If you want to be technical, that is not even true because I am 20.
4 years and change.
Yes. I've got 4 years, 3 months, and a couple of days.
That joke started in the middle of the movie when we didn't have anything to talk about because you can't make fun of this one because it's too good. It's too good.
Yeah, so
like
Grant just started being stupid.
I just started being stupid. But I mean, okay, there are things you can make fun of. Martin Scorsese made fun of it. Mark Wahlberg's Boston accent, for example. Because Mark Wahlberg. Yeah, I'm convinced Mark Wahlberg's last name was Wahlberg, but he's just from Boston, so he's now Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg.
Wahlberg.
Yeah.
I like Mark Wahlberg in this movie. He's fantastic. He's fantastic in everything. I like him.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, he's in Transformers, but that's another story. Yeah. Welcome to Through the Monocle. And hopefully you've seen The Departed. If you've seen The Departed, let us know how you liked it. We'd appreciate that. Let us know how you like the show. And Grant, do you have anything to say before we head out?
No.
Well, okay. pass fail here.
It's a pass for sure.
Okay. That's where I'm at. Would you watch it again?
No, but that's just because it's not my type of movie, not because it's a bad movie.
Not because it's not rewatchable. Okay. And obviously they didn't do what they set out to do because the studio set out to start a franchise. And Martin Scorsese said, I'm going to win Best Picture and kill everyone.
Yes.
I'm surprised that he didn't just have like a mass shooting of Boston just to be like, screw you guys. Screw you guys. Yeah.
I mean, there was a shootout at
That's
the with the bad guys and the cops when they were
Yeah.
getting the drugs out at the end.
That's true. But yeah, it was pretty much just a shoot. Yeah, screw you guys. Anyway, I agree. I think the movie passes. Obviously, I will rewatch it at some point. I've seen it 4 times already. You can never watch it enough. Yeah. So anyway, please tell us how you like The Departed. Please tell us how you like the episode. If you're here after the commentary, first off, bravo, man! Like pat on the back.
There's no one. There's nobody who has sat through the entire commentary and is still here.
Nope. But if you have, there's some fun rewards, and it gets kind of fun. But yeah, if you enjoyed the episode, do us a favor, go to patreon.com/theculturenerd and throw your money at the screen because that keeps us paid enough to do these giveaways and to force Grant to sit in a chair for 3 hours looking at a camera talking into a microphone. You can also support other shows there, but to be honest, none of them are sitting in a chair for 3 hours looking at a camera behind a microphone. So why would you do that? No, I'm kidding. We love them. It helps keep the lights on. It helps pay for this fancy software. It helps. Anyway, as always, I've been your host, Grant Ingram.
And I have been your co-host, Grant Skillen. Thank you to our Patreon supporters. Thank you to Jose for the logo and Taylor for the intro.
And thank you, the viewer, who hopefully is still here, for joining us as we continue on this journey through the monocle. Please leave a like, subscribe, and if you want to answer any of the questions we posed earlier or post the timestamps, do that, and you can enter our giveaway, which I will throw up real quick. Our giveaway to win this Martin Scorsese collection, which is 3 of the 4 movies we will be reviewing this month. Again, just like, subscribe, and comment your answer to this week's questions and the timestamps. Anyway, if you want more of the Cultured Nerd, scan the code there on the left. If you want more of us, you can check out our other show, Much Talk About Nothing, which needs to be posted soon again. That you can scan that little QR code on the right. We interview some cool people over there. I think the last one up is Gabe Lee. You can also find some of those videos here on our YouTube. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us, and we will catch you next week when we talk about Goodfellas.